Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Tomorrow you are sitting for your combined science paper 3, which is practical. Practical carries out 40 marks just like combined science paper 1. We are going to see 2 questions. Each of the question carries out 20 marks. Usually the first question is under biology section and the other is either chemistry or physics. But be prepared to see either biology and chemistry only, biology and physics only, physics and chemistry only. It is not obvious which section they are going to select. Today I will provide final checklist of practical you should expect to be examined tomorrow. Under biology, expect either one of the 4 topics which I will list below. First practical you should expect is on food taste. Make sure you can use qualitative reagents to test for range of carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. These include Benedict's test for sugars, iodine test for starch, and burette reagents for proteins. Kindly visit 2 food taste practical videos which I uploaded on this platform. They will greatly help you in your preparations for your practical tomorrow. This typical question was examined in June 2019 on number 1. Check the answers on this platform. I will not repeat explaining again. Under biology section, they can examine you on osmosis, be able to investigate the effect of range of concentration of salt or sugar solutions on the mass of plant tissue, use appropriate apparatus to record mass and time, use appropriate apparatus to observe and measure the process of osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water through a selectively permeable membrane. Water moves from higher concentration of water to an area of lower concentration of water. The experiment uses potato, but other tissue can also be used, such as sweet potatoes, carrots. Potato tissue is cut into equal-sized cylinders. Potato tissue is left for a certain period of time in sugar solution and distilled water. The changes of length of mass can then be accurately compared. Record on table, be able to plot a graph with change in mass in the y-axis and change in concentration of sugar solution in the x-axis. Plot another graph with change in length in millimeters in y-axis and also the change of concentration of sugar solution on the x-axis. I have used this typical practical question that was on number 1 in specimen 2018. Make sure you can answer all the questions, plot the graph, and suggest method of improving the experiment. Under biology section, they can examine you on microscope. You should be able to use the light microscope to observe and draw and label the cells in onion skin. Kindly follow the video I uploaded on this platform with the title which is saying Viewing Plant Cells Using Light Microscope. Under biology section, also expect a practical on photosynthesis. Investigate the effect of light intensity on the rate of photosynthesis using aquatic organisms such as pondweed. Use appropriate apparatus to record the rate of production of oxygen gas produced and to measure and control the temperature of water in beaker. Be able to measure the rate of reaction by oxygen gas production. Be able to taste for oxygen. That is what I can give you the tips on under biology section. Let us move on to the chemistry section. Under chemistry section, expect to be examined on electrolysis. Be able to investigate what happens when aqueous solutions are electrolyzed using inert electrodes. I uploaded a video on electrolysis. Kindly follow that video. It will greatly help you in your preparations. You can be examined on the rate of reaction, be able to investigate variables that affect the rate of reaction. For example, concentration changes, surface area, for example, how the rate is affected when using powdered metal or using the metal chips, how rate is affected when using and not using catalyst, and how temperature affects the rates. Kindly visit the video I uploaded on this platform on measuring the rate of reaction. Also, under chemistry, you can be examined on the reactivity series. Let's see this question that was on number 2 in specimen 2018. We have two different metals reacting with same concentration of hydrochloric acid. The one which is more reactive is going to produce more hydrogen gas bubbles, and the one that is less reactive, it is going to produce less gas bubbles, or it is not going to produce any bubbles at all. If you measure the temperature with thermometer, the more reactive metal will have higher temperature, as it is exothermic reaction. You should know general products. For example, if you react a metal and an acid, you are going to produce hydrogen and salt. Let's say we reacted sodium and hydrochloric acid. We are going to have hydrogen plus sodium chloride. Because sodium is more reactive than hydrogen, it is going to displace it in a displacement reaction. And the precaution is you should handle hydrochloric acid with care. It is corrosive. Under chemistry section, you can be examined on determining pH using universal indicator solution. Be able to record correctly color after adding universal indicator, pH using universal indicator chart, and also predict acid to base nature of the liquid. If after adding universal indicator, you observe a green color, it shows that it is neutral solution with pH of 7. If yellow is observed, it will be a weak acid. If purple is observed, it will be a strong base. Another method of using is of using red litmus paper and blue litmus paper. If it is neutral, there will be no effect on litmus paper. If it is acid, the blue litmus paper turns red, and we are not going to see an effect on red litmus paper. If it is alkali, the litmus red paper turns blue, and no effect if we are using the blue litmus paper. So that is all that I can tell you under chemistry section. And then under physics section, make sure you know everything about circuit diagrams. Use circuit diagrams to set up and check appropriate circuits to investigate factors affecting resistance of an electrical circuit. This could include length of wire, resistors in series and parallel. Use appropriate apparatus to measure current. For example, if you are measuring current, we use ammeter. And then to measure the potential difference, we use voltmeter. and then to measure the resistance, we are going to say resistance is equals to voltage over current. Use circuit diagrams to construct and check series and parallel circuits. I uploaded a video on typical practical question on circuit diagram. Kindly visit that video. It will help you in your preparation. And also under physics, you can be examined on density. Use appropriate apparatus to make and record measurements needed to determine the densities of regular solid objects and liquids. Volume should be determined from the dimension of regularly shaped objects and by displacement techniques. Dimensions are to be measured using appropriate apparatus, for example, ruler, micrometer, or vernier calipers. This question was in November 2018. Make sure you measure accurately mass of empty beaker, mass of content for water and cooking oil. You can calculate density by saying mass over volume. Error that can be done is parallax error. To improve the error, you should zero the balance or read volume of water or cooking oil from flat surface. Under physics section, you can be examined on investigation on the relationship between force and extension for a spring. Use appropriate apparatus to make and record length accurately. Use appropriate apparatus to measure and observe the effect of force on the extension of spring and collect the data required to plot a force extension graph. So overall, try to follow all practical videos I uploaded on gas test practicals, food deficiency in humans and plants, liquid pressure, and fermentation. This marks the end of our tutorial today on final exam tips on Combined Science Paper 3, November 2023. Thank you so much, guys, for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like my videos. I wish you all the best in your final exams tomorrow. This is Eve signing out.